Hello, I'm Kimberly Schofield of Illinois Public Media. As part of its land grant mission, innovations developed at the University of Illinois affect people far beyond the campus here in Urbana-Champaign. Driving around central Illinois, you are accustomed to seeing farms and fields of crops. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, there are more than 70,000 farms. In Urbana, the University of Illinois has developed what they call the Farm of the Future. It is an autonomous farm where scientists and engineers use robots, drones, and other technology to produce agriculture. Professor Girish Chowdhury says there are several targets.
So they range all the way from sensing to robotics to communications and networking to integration of animals into farming to bringing some of these technologies to smallholder farmers.
Usually, farmers allow their fields to go bare and brown during the winter months. But cover crops planted during the off-season can keep tons of carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, helping reduce the effects of climate change. Instead of waiting until the corn is harvested, Professor Chowdhury says robots can go through standing corn and plant cover crops in July or August.
This increases the window in which farmers can plant cover crops and also reduces the cost quite a bit because the robot can offer the planting service at a much lower cost.
Each robot can plant 20 acres a day from under the canopy of corn. The benefits include adding less nitrogen and herbicides to the soil.
Cover crops can cover the land throughout in late fall, early spring, and winter time. Depending on what you plant, like here what we have is cereal rye, is going to hold on to the nitrogen that was sprayed and not let it leach into the waterways. It's going to also minimize erosion that's here.
Besides planting, the robots also have sensors that collect data and can determine potential issues in the soil. The U of I also deploys drones to monitor how the fields are doing. As it flies, it takes pictures of different wavelengths of light that can be downloaded and processed through a software by digital agriculture specialist Dennis Bowman.
We can create these vegetative indexes that can give us an insight into how the plant is developing. If it's healthy, how is it growing? Does it have enough nitrogen? How thick is the stand?
But what does this mean to today's growers? About 50 miles west of the Farm of the Future, David Brown uses an automated tractor on his farm in Decatur. It has a GPS guidance system that helps to steer tractors and other equipment as they travel through the field.
I can sit in this tractor and I can see when I've got a problem, and I can avoid a problem, a skip, or I'm not planting at the right depth. I don't have these operating at the ideal conditions. That will give me a return on investment because I know I'm not making any mistakes. I'm doing as good a job as I possibly can.
Brown believes that data gathered will convince skeptics to go high-tech on Illinois' 27 million acres of farmland.
A lot of farmers my age are saying, I don't need this, I'm going to be able to get to the end without it. But it's the next generation, that brain that thinks like this, that thinks digitally, that will be able to take this data. We're trying to set our operation up for the next cycle of farmers here.
Brown says he's seen an increase of 5 to 10% in his operation due to the use of the automated tractor. While Brown is not sure when robots will be widely affordable for farmers, he says he'll try anything that improves his productivity.
I'm open for change. Our farming operation here has been here since 1867. The reason it's still here is because we have changed along the way. So there's a lot going on in agriculture and a lot of forward thinking, but it's all about making us better.
The U of I's Farm of the Future is considered very important to this region. According to the Department of Agriculture, Illinois exports more than $10 billion worth of agricultural products globally each year. I'm Kimberly Schofield, Illinois Public Media.